So you just talked about going to Brandon your freshman year. You got acclimated, got in with the summer program. You went there your freshman year. You transferred to Tampa Prep. Talk to me about what you saw as far as the differences between public school and private school when you transferred from Brandon to Tampa Prep, and some of the opportunities that you were able to have at Tampa Prep that you probably wouldn't have had at Brandon.
I think that there was an 360 difference between Brandon and Tampa Prep. I would say one of the first things I noticed when I first walked on the Tampa Prep campus, because we do our schoolwork on an iPad, and there were just iPads and these expensive phones and expensive items just being left out untouched. And in my head, I'm like, it's going to get stolen, because that's what I was used to more in Brandon. And I realized that that was like a key difference. There wasn't any fighting, doing just, we all know bad things like that. There was none of that at Tampa Prep. So it was really a 360 difference. And I could kind of realize, I actually wrote one of my speeches on that, the differences between public and private school, and how like all the bad things that I guess can be present in a public school were not present at Tampa Prep. So that's what I would say is a big difference. And then also the academics, I would say Tampa Prep is a lot harder academically than a public school, but it gets you ready for college. Because when I went to college, if I'm being completely honest, I've told people this all the time. My high school was harder than my freshman year of college. I felt like my freshman year of college academically was a breeze, but that's because Tampa Prep prepared me for it. So a lot of academic opportunities. Tampa Prep offered things like SAT practice for free, stuff like that. And then they had a whole section called college counseling, which is people who are dedicated to making sure you get the college that you want to go. You go to the college that you want to go to. So I think that those differences is what allowed me to really, I guess, get better as a person, as a student, things like that.
Definitely. I definitely feel that. I talk about it on a couple shows as well, the difference between public and private school. It's a lot of big differences. You definitely get what you pay for, I feel like, between the two types of schools. And then also, I feel like that's something that's important in all kids, or most kids. Like anybody that wants their kids to succeed academically, I feel like the key is putting them in this place where they will struggle, that has structure, that has organization, that forces you to have all the skills that you need. Because once you get over that hump, as far as things being hard and difficult, etc., in school, then I think it's pretty much a breeze. Like I went to a public high school, but my middle school was a charter school. It was real tough. I used to be crying, got my first C in middle school, all kind of craziness. Pretty similar to Tampa Prep. It was a charter school, not a private, but I definitely feel that if I wouldn't have went there, school probably definitely wouldn't have been as easy as it is now for me. Even college is pretty easy. High school was a breeze. So definitely I feel that for sure. Obviously, you went to Tampa Prep. You talked about that, graduated from there, played there. Talk to me about basketball at Tampa Prep, playing for Coach Fenlon, what that was like, and what your experience overall was at Tampa Prep hooping.
My overall experience at Tampa Prep hooping was, I would say, a 10 out of 10. It was amazing. I think during my year at Tampa Prep, I developed into the average kid playing basketball to somebody who can really play, knows the game. And I think I give a lot of credit to Coach Fenlon for that. He kind of taught me a different side of basketball that I never was taught before, the X's and O's, how to really read the game a certain way. And that really gave me it gave me an edge on my opponents. Definitely, Coach Fenlon helped me with the knowledge. And I also have to give a massive thank you to the assistant coach, Coach Rod Brooks. He's the one that found me at an AAU practice and told Coach Fenlon about me and helped me get into Tampa Prep. And he has been working with me since I was about 15 years old, when I was not good at all. I mean, even when I was on JV my sophomore year and I was coming off my injury, he helped me, countless workouts, and he taught me about the hard work of the game, truly loving the game, working out every day, 6 a.m., running, things like that. And he kind of, even when I didn't want to be led, he drugged me through and still led me because he knew what I had, my potential. So I'm forever thankful for Coach Rod, and I'm happy he actually got a new coaching job at Fave High School. So I'm really happy for him as well.
For sure. Shout out to Coach Fenlon, Coach Rob. I think that's major. Coach Fenlon, he's a legend. Not to say the least, he's a legend. My high school coach and him, they're pretty similar. Anytime we played them, or anytime I've seen my coach and Tampa Prep go up against each other, like him and Coach Fenlon will always like get into it. Not
for real
fight, but like they will always get into it. They always working the refs. Like they for real similar, I'm sure. So yeah, shout out to Tampa Prep, Coach Fenlon, definitely a legend, and that program has been going crazy for sure.